Testing, testing. Oh, that reminds me. Hold on. Excuse me. Sorry about that. That was gross. Testing. Oh, that reminds me. Hold on. Alright, that seems good to me. So, with that, alright then. I think we're all set. Hello everybody, Grant Scarborough here. And today and this weekend, I was originally, like I said before, if you follow me on Discord, if you're part of my Discord server and such, you would know that I was originally going to have this weekend's stream be Pal World. But in light of the AI allegations about like generative AI being used for their artwork, I decided to hold off from streaming or even playing it for about at least 1 week before actual and wait. I want to wait for things to be proven false and such, because I don't want to, because I am not a fan of generative AI anymore, like, you know, AI text, AI voices and that kind of stuff anymore. I just, especially in light of the SAG-AFTRA strike and such, I cannot really bring myself to support that kind of stuff. It just doesn't feel right. AI art and all that. So, which is why I decided, which is why I'm going to put off Pal World for at least a week to see, like, and take a wait-and-see approach in terms of, like, the AI allegations for some of the designs, because, you know, there is this one pal from Pal World that looks way too similar to Cabalion, for instance, which is kind of worrying. Some of them are pretty original, like that, Earth Elephant that sort of looks like a Torterra but an elephant. Like, if they make it, like, I'm pretty sure, like, if it's inspired, if the designs are heavily inspired by Pokemon in, like, a parody type way, that wouldn't be too bad. But if they were creative, like, generative AI and such, then we have a big problem. And I cannot, like, bring myself to play a game like that, because I already bought Pal World, but I have not even downloaded it yet, because a friend, my friend Matt told me about those allegations and such. And at first I was like, are they talking about, like, how Nintendo took down Pokemon mods for Pal World? But no, it's actually something much more potentially nefarious. So I want to take a wait-and-see approach for that. Which is why originally I was going to play Plant Zoo next weekend, but I decided to push Plant Zoo forward to this weekend, as you saw in my new schedule I laid out. But anywho, I think I explained enough. Let's create our avatar. Also, this is way too quiet. That's better. You guys can hear that, right? Alright, I feel like there should be more than just these 3 skin tones, you know, but anywho, I'm white. I'm a dude. I'm an adult. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm in my 20s. I do like how they have these different options, though. Oh, I am relatively slim. Heads. There's a lot of customization here I like. Let's see, which one, like, it's more of a cartoonish look for the game, but it doesn't hurt to try and make it look the most like myself, you know? It is kind of weird that, like, you know, like, the animal models were so realistic and yet the human designs are so cartoonish. But then again, Wildcrats did something similar with this animation, so I guess I can't complain too much. Just something to point out. I have a relatively square jaw, so... I have a square jaw. I don't really have any stubble, so... Okay, I think that's the closest to me, yeah. hair. I have pretty, like, I have relatively, not super dark, but, oh my god, like, my hair is sort of like that shade of brown, not super dark brown, but, you know, something like that. Okay, there we go. My hair is kind of, yeah. I do not have a buzz cut. I also don't have any facial hair, so, yeah, no. Get that out of the way. No. None of these look like my hair. That's a... I don't have slicked back hair. I wish there were more options for the hair, though. Let's see here. Yeah, this is probably the closest I'll have to me. Actually, this looks a bit closer. I have this sort of light brown hair, almost. Or it might be a little darker than that. It's not like this. Yeah, it's probably more like this, actually. Yeah. So now... Accessories. Alright, I wear a yellow shirt. I don't have any. I wear a yellow shirt. Yeah, it's like this, like a sort of, yeah, that, like that. I wear khakis, so. Yeah, something like this, and they're this beige color, yeah, like that. Okay, now let's go back and let's check the heads again this time without the facial hair. No, too rugged, too bulbous. Bulbous. I'm sorry, that sounds really harsh. Yeah, this is one that feels the closest to me, you know. The cheekbones are a bit pronounced, but it'll do. Anywho. Yeah, no thanks. The hats don't really fit me at all. Yeah, I could do without the hats. This'll work. This looks good to me. Click and drag to rotate the globe. What? Okay, can I spin the globe and have people screaming in terror? Also, the African Congo rainforest and such is not that big. Maybe if it was in the Sahara wet period, but not, like, you know. I know they're not entirely aimed. This is more stylized, though, so I can't really complain there. My eyelid around here, so... I know. I have already installed mods for the game in preparation for the Glenberry Zoo, which I'll build in this, but not... Wait, sign up for your avatar costume. What's this? No. Oh, hey, Matt. Anywho. Time, complete, career. progress through a career in zoo management. I'll of course be building the Glenberry Zoo and Sandbox because, you know, trying to do it with these other ways is kind of a mess. But for now, is there a tutorial just in case? Because I know that zoos offline around the world and trade with animals online. Complete first steps. There we go. Here we go. What the? The Goodwin House. Well, the Goodman House. Marvin? House payment now! Anywho, one second, get one second, notification, oh, okay. That just had to do with, like, an upcoming plush video from me. If you're wondering why, like, inky hair, like, got delayed, it was because of snow. But I did use that snow as an advantage due to, the plush video that was made public earlier tonight. And I'll be putting it up on other platforms and such later on after the stream, so yeah. Difficulty medium. I'm only going to go with easy for the sake of time. Renovated after... Okay, Bernard Goodwin, 1980s. Goodwin House has since become one of the most prospective zoos in the country. Most recently, it's undergone a further renovation to update many of the habitats and facilities. Various issues haven't been completed. This is where you come in. Or should I do time scenarios? No, let's just go. Let's do tutorials. Here we go. Again, I'm just starting out. As for whether I'll do the Glenberry Zoo as a series of streams like I did in Zoo Tycoon 2 originally, I don't know yet, but... Okay, well... Okay, come on. Alright, here we go. Beep, beep, boop, beep, boop.
Ah, heyo at Hematu. Yeah,
And the frame rate took a massive drop.
I have a habit of slipping back into the Planko language. It's good to finally meet you in person. I'm Bernard, although I insist you call me Bernie. The only person who calls me Bernard is my wife. And even then,
okay, already, okay, first of all, I need to get, I'm part...
As you know, I own several zoos, but I always
Okay, settings, here we are. Graphics. NVIDIA, yeah, okay, borderless display. Is there a way, performance. Preset, medium. Let's see if we'll get a boost to that. That looks a little better. That's running better, yeah.
First zoo I ever opened, and a source of great pride for me. And prize, thanks to a lion breeding program we ran in the 80s. But we're in the middle of a big renovation, and that's where you come in. Sadly, our old contractor had to retire after developing a fur allergy. Poor devil kept sneezing his dentures into the lion habitat. So, it's up to you to finish everything off.
And the lions turned him into a chew toy, I presume.
Completely throwing you in at the deep end. My head keeper, Nancy Jones, will be lending a helping hand. Oh, she's a hard worker, and she'll expect you to be too. But I'm sure you'll get along like a house on fire, or even better, one that isn't on fire. Less shouting that way.
Hello there. From that rosy, fresh face of yours, I'm
Yeah, it's a... Yeah, Mr. Wanapon... Oh, hold on a second.
Good. Now, I hope you're ready to ditch your diploma, because we're about to get really hands-on. But before we begin the real work, How about we familiarize you with the zoo by learning how to fly around it and visiting some of our beautiful animals?
Okay.
Start by popping over and having a look-see at the grizzly bears in their habitat.
Well, Mr. Wanapong, there something I should mention is that you see, Mr. Wanapong, I always stream every Saturday night at 8 o'clock unless I state otherwise.
Also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year. Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too. Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel.
Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Hold on, I'm going to try and turn this to the lowest settings now. Let's go to lowest. And I'm just going to test the waters here. Lowest. This is going to look really bad, but worth a shot. Even then, the game doesn't look that bad still. It's running better. Even then, like, these still look really nice. Especially the animal models here. With the fur and everything. Again, a lot of Zoo Tycoon 2 mods are really, pushing the... Mr. 1:17 a.m. at my place. Okay, then. Okay, locate the grizzly bear. Animal camera. Okay, okay, let's see here. Edit barrier. Wait, do I hear a train? Anywho. Well, to be fair, this game was created by the same company that did, Roller Coaster Tycoon, or not Roller Coaster Tycoon, Planet Coaster, so guess I can't blame them here. Anywho, yeah, we're just sticking to lower settings because, it does, at least, but again, some of these look really bad. You know what, let's mix and match. I don't mind a little lag in my game, as long as it's not unbearable. Alright, let's just go to... Yeah. How about low? Just... Or... Let's see here. Shadows, reflection, geometry, on, off. You mean like annoying? The lag can be annoying if it's consistent. Like, I don't mind a little bit of lag in my game every now and then, so long as it doesn't, like, destroy the experience. But I'm just experimenting first with this. Let's go to low graphics. Let's see then. Even then, the game still looks really nice. Let's stick with low graphics for now. Again, my laptop is a gaming laptop, but I don't know what could be clogging it up at this time, though. Let me take a look. Let me just take a look real quick. Be clogging up at this time. Some people have talked. I know some people say that. Okay, 3 gigabytes of RAM. Jeez. Some people say that like Opera GX would be a really nice I know some people are going to suggest Opera GX to my browser instead. Honestly, I might consider that, but I have been hearing some scandals about that browser. But again, nothing's black and white, so not much is black and white anyway. So yeah, I'm just making do with what I got. For now, though, this'll do. Alright, what am I supposed to do? Okay, 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 the instructions are missing. Ah, here we are. Okay, enter grizzly bear animal camera. Animal camera, animal camera, terrain. God, it's still doing this. It's still trying to. Okay, you know what? Fine, I will go low settings for now. Maybe it's because I'm playing it online or something, but lowest is the only one I'm going to get something consistent for now. So it's not a deal breaker. So let's, and plus with the game being like compressed a little bit when it's being like the footage itself is being pushed to the near to the left corner of my screen. It's, oh, there's a train. Choo choo. Anywho, animal camera. How the hell do I do that? Okay, now how do I get to the grizzly bear animal camera? Overview. Mechanic habitat. Available food. Well, I need food. So let's see here. Medic, vet, mechanic. Okay. Hold on.
Did you know that grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too.
Well, ever since I caught COVID for a second time, I. Okay, that's what I did. Yeah. But ever since I caught COVID for a second time a while back, like, it's hard for me to get a good sleep sometimes, and I have a sleeping in problem. I started drinking black tea for the first time today in an effort to try and combat that, but it's just a symptom of long COVID, unfortunately, so I'm going to have to deal with that shit. Anywho. Control. Someone needs to fill that up. Okay. Okay, this does not look right. Okay, you know what? Actually, no. Actually, you know what? Let's just mix and match the stuff a little bit. Let's apply that. Materials high. Texture resolution high. Okay, those are all high. Screen space reflections. Ambient oscillation low. Geometry detail medium. Grass density medium. Terrain geography medium. Water effects low. Let's apply those. A little bit of a balancing act, you know, or something like that. Whatever you call it. Materials, medium, shadows, low. Okay, that's... I'm still getting the occasional slowdown, but... It's working okay. It's working okay. This is a nice compromise. So, all right. So, I am on the grizzly bears. Okay, I'm on the grizzly bears. Okay. And Enter the grizzly bear animal camera. How do I do that? I can't...
Did you know that grizzly bears, also known as Ursus arctos horribilis, can hibernate for up to 7 months a year? Oh, but then again, given the chance, I think a lot of people would do that too. Select one of the bears and you'll bring up its information panel.
Oh, one of the bears... Oh, okay.
This is where you can find out all kinds of information about your animal. The most important thing being its overall welfare. You'll learn more about animal welfare today as we go through your objectives. But for now, let's enjoy this magnificent animal. Why don't you select the camera at the bottom of its information panel?
Let's go for cinematic. The zoo cinematic universe is looking good so far.
You can also get this view of an animal by simply double-clicking on it. Okay, when you're ready, let's pop over to the other side of the zoo and take a look at the lions. I've marked their location for you to find.
Alright. Alright. Actually...
Fair Leo, or the West African lion to you and me. Lions are the most social of the big cats, and there can be as many as 40 lions in a pride.
Where are they?
Prides of that size are pretty rare. As Bernie
Oh, there they are.
Those lions are awesome, which is precisely why I handle the training instead these days. Anyway, how about we get started on those objectives? Come on, let's head over to an empty habitat and see what needs doing there.
Alright. Alright, here we are. Out of curiosity, let me just...
You can see it's a lovely space for animals, but it's missing a certain something.
No
Well,
shit.
two somethings.
Well, no shit.
Warthogs. So I'd like you to adopt a pair of them. To adopt animals, we need to open the animal market, which is in the animal trading section.
Oh, out of curiosity, those are snow leopards, giraffes, and zebras. Wait, why is there no fence here? Oh, that's probably for a later part of this tutorial. Out of curiosity, I'm just going to check. Those are ring-tailed lemurs. That's the train. What's... Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just checking around. Anywho, 2 new warthogs. Alright. Okay. Animal trading.
There we are, a pair of perfectly splendid warthogs for our zoo. Just click on them and select Adopt from the side menu. The
1,
animal exchange
2.
would be full of animals, but I've emptied out the market while you learn how it works. The last thing I need is you accidentally ordering a dozen elephants. When you adopt an animal, it's automatically placed in the trade centre, where they're held until you're ready to move them into their habitat, which, as it happens, you are. So how about you move them into their new home? When you ask for an animal to be moved into a habitat, your caretakers will go to the trade centre, collect your animal, and deliver them to your selected habitat. I've marked the trade centre's location, so let's go and watch the caretakers in action.
Where, oh, there it is.
As you can see, those caretakers don't hang about. They'll move those animals to their destination as fast as possible. Of course, normally we'd have to place the animals into quarantine before moving them into a habitat, but I am assured by a person of good standing that these warthogs are in the very rudest of health. Right, let's get the warthog's habitat finished up so we can keep them nice and happy. You see, each animal in the zoo has an overall welfare statistic, basically how happy they are. And that overall welfare statistic is itself comprised of 4 different areas: nutrition, social health, habitat, and enrichment. Luckily, if you select an animal, you'll bring up their animal welfare information panel, which we saw earlier, where you can see how they're doing. That way, you'll know exactly what areas need to be addressed. Don't worry if that's a lot to remember. You can always check the Zoopedia for more information.
All right.
Let's start by making sure we're taking care of the warthog's nutrition welfare. To do this, we'll need to place a food station and a drinking station. Now, each animal requires a different type of feeding station, and for the warthogs, it's a small feeding trough. So let's add one of those and a water bowl. Animals also require stimulation to keep them happy. Let's add a lovely mud bath for the warthogs to roll around in. That bath will count towards their enrichment welfare, specifically their toy enrichment welfare. Oh, nice work. You've got a knack for this, I see. Now, our contractor had to leave in a hurry, so this place is in a feral state. Unfinished thingamajigs and whatsits all over the shop. But the first thing we need to finish is the ostrich habitat. It's over near the hippos.
Okay, right here is where...
Oh, before we actually start building our ostrich habitat, let's pause the game. Just click the pause button in the bottom right corner.
Ah.
That's more like it. A quick break. Sometimes it's a good idea to pause the game whilst you're doing something which requires your concentration, because it'll stop the zoo spinning out of control while you're looking the other way. Let's keep the game paused.
Okay, this is how we do. That's how we do a 4-for-all break, people.
Okay. Job number 1 here is to add a habitat gate before we complete the barrier. Every habitat needs a habitat gate. After all, how else would the keepers get in and out? Just make sure it's hooked up to the path so the keepers can reach it.
Oh, there we go.
Right. Let's complete the perimeter barrier so we can adopt us some ostriches. I've marked out an area for you to use, so I'd like you to finish off the perimeter using the brick barrier.
Oh god. Hold on, I'm gonna... There we go.
Good work. Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the guests can see in.
Oh, undo. Hold on. Okay, let's see here. Then click the last barrier. Hold on. How do I... There we go. Okay, so okay, so come on. Okay, so
Good work. Remember, before you can place animals in any habitat, it has to have a full loop of connected barrier. Now, you've probably noticed that guests can't actually see into this habitat at the moment. At least not without a stepladder. But seeing as they're banned, I'd like you to select a piece of barrier and swap out the brick for a glass barrier, so the guests can see in.
no. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Adding in more windows gives guests even more opportunities to see the animals in a habitat. It's always best to make sure the guests can get a good view into a habitat from the path they're walking on, because it makes them happy, and because this would be a pretty terrible zoo if they couldn't. The last thing we need to do is to add a donation box. You see, when guests enjoy the view of an animal, they'll make a donation. Just make sure you put them in easy-to-reach places, like near a viewing point. Donation boxes are one of the main sources of income for the zoo, so make sure you remember them. By the way, as well as pausing the game, you can speed the game up by clicking on the fast forward button. It'll run everything at 2 times and 5 times faster. It can be useful, especially if you're waiting for money to accumulate or for animals to be delivered to your habitat. Personally, I use it when I'm waiting for a brew to finish. Alright, you've finished the habitat, so it's high time we adopted those ostriches, don't you think? Let's get 4 of them in here.
Alright, heat maps. Heat maps, what? Okay. Okay. Can't I just adopt them all at once, or? I guess not. Okay then. Oh. Okay, so now stored animals. Okay, let's see here.
While we wait for them to be collected by the caretakers and brought to the habitat, you should get it ready for them. Add a suitable feeding station, water station, and an appropriate food enrichment item. It's often best to place things like enrichments and feeding stations near to the habitat perimeter, so guests can get a really good view of the animals.
Okay. Again, this stream's probably going to just be me playing tutorials and such, but hey, it's a nice way to get used to the game. And while there is some lag here, the game, even on the lower graphical settings, does look way better than Zoo Tycoon 2 ever would. Unfortunately, because, I mean, that was a game back from 2004 to 2008. This is from 2019, so, yeah, the difference is obvious. Okay, let's see here. Slow feeder. And a water trough.
Oh, good to see the ostriches have somewhere they can really stretch their legs. Did you know they can actually run at 43 miles per hour? Oh, heaven forbid they ever escape. The speed camera fines alone would bankrupt us.
43, most highways are at least 50 miles an hour. I think, yeah.
Well, Bernie certainly seems impressed. Did he do his speed camera joke? Every time we get an ostrich. So, now we've made the ostriches' lives a bit better, let's do the same for the keepers, shall we? To make it easier for the keepers to feed the ostriches and hippos, we should build a new keeper hut. Keeper huts are where the keepers prepare the food for animals, so they should be placed near to the habitats to make sure the keepers don't waste their time walking when they should be looking after the animals. You'll need to rotate the keeper hut to get it to connect up to the path.
Okay, let's see here. Oh. Okay, mouse side, outside placement area. Does it go in here? Oh! Okay. Let's just rotate this a little bit better so it doesn't look so bad. Oh, and automatically makes a pathway connection. That's really nice. There we go. Alright.
This keeper hut only has space for one keeper, but the larger keeper hut can allow multiple keepers to prepare food at the same time.
Alright.
But bear in mind that keeper huts and other staff facilities shouldn't be placed near to areas where there are lots of guests. Guests don't like seeing facility buildings, and it can affect their happiness negatively. In case that wasn't clear.
Oh,
Something that all facilities, shops, and a whole host of other objects need is power, and that obviously includes your newly built keeper hut. So let's place a transformer next to it, shall we?
Well then, Autobots roll out.
Now,
It was obvious. What? It was obvious! He's the Red Spy!
Allows you to see what is and what isn't powered in your zoo. So once you've placed your transformer, you can click in the bottom left to turn the heat
Okay.
map off. Lovely work. Now the keepers can start using the hut to prepare food, and thanks to where you've put it, they won't need to walk very far to deliver it to the ostriches and hippos. Let's get on to your next objective then. Bengal tigers. We want to adopt some, but I'm afraid there's nothing ready for them yet. Head on over to the plot of land I've marked out. It's not too far away. Righty, your next job is to build a habitat from scratch. And concrete and glass, I expect. So go ahead and build it. Just make sure that the habitat includes that big hole we've dug. Oh, and don't forget to add a habitat gate to the barrier.
Okay.
Oh, and make sure the guests will be able to see the tigers.
Okay. Length. Alright. Oh, okay, that's a little too long. Oh, let me try this again. Okay. Okay.
Bernie takes safety very seriously at his zoos, so we should probably make sure those tigers can't jump out of their habitat, don't you think? The way we'll do it is by changing the height of the habitat's barrier. Okay then, you should start by double-clicking the habitat barrier, which will take you into barrier editing mode. Great. Now highlight the entire perimeter of the habitat. You can do that by clicking and dragging the barrier selection tool. Now you've got all of the perimeter selected, you can increase the height of it by clicking and dragging the barrier height tool upwards. You'll want to make sure it reaches a height of at least 3.7 meters.
Alright, 3.72. There we go. That should be enough.
Now that the habitat is in place, don't forget to put down a donation box near to your viewing areas. We need every dollar we can get. Especially as these tigers aren't exactly eating instant noodles for lunch.
I love the snark of this character here. Donation.
Okay, that's the habitat boundary complete, the habitat gate's in place, and most importantly, the tigers won't be able to jump out of it anymore. I think it's time we adopted those tigers.
Actually, there's... Oh. Okay, I thought I was going to get feeding things for them first, but... Okay. One, two. One.
Whilst our trusty caretakers collect and deliver the tigers, let's take a look at preparing the habitat for their arrival. We'll start with the basics. Add a suitable feeding station for them. This time, instead of adding a water bowl, let's try something different. Some animals need a pool in their habitat so they can go for a swim, but they can also use it to drink from. All you have to do is make sure the banks of the pool have a gentle slope so they can easily get a nice, refreshing drink. There's already a pool excavated, but you still need to fill it with water. You should do that by going into terrain and selecting the water tool. Yes, that'll do nicely. Of course, just like the warthogs and ostriches, these tigers will also need some enrichment. Why don't you
That's really shallow for water.
Into their habitats?
I see what they did there. And you. Oh. Oh yeah. Anywho. Oh, this looks familiar. Blood pumpkin. And a rubbing pad.
Okay, it's really starting to take shape. Now, the tigers will need a shelter in their habitat, so they can hide from the guests, or more likely...
I know I could probably figure all this out myself, but...
In England, you might want to think of that just as normal weather.
Yeah.
Go on, add a shelter to their habitat. You can either build one from various suitable bits and bobs, or if you like, just pop down the blueprint that I've...
Yeah, I'll stick with the blueprints, thank you very much.
Oh, poor Dabs. I'm sure it can't have escaped your attention that the tigers look a bit miffed. That's because they aren't too keen on the type of terrain in their habitat. Select a tiger and bring up its information panel.
Veer seems pretty happy. Oh, there's the issue.
Click on the terrain tab. That way you can view the terrain information and see how they feel about the different types of terrain. That'll tell you what the tigers need more of or less of in this habitat. Okay then, open the terrain editing tool, select painting, and give them some more soil. Yes, that should help with the habitat part of their welfare.
Soil. At least I don't have to get the exact amount of tiles of train squares. God, that was a nightmare in Zoo Tycoon 1.
Right then, all animals need plants and trees from their own biome or continent. You know, deserts, savannas, Eurasia, Europe, that sort of thing. It looks like these tigers need a few more plants in their habitat. To get a perfect fit, use plants from the rainforest and temperate biomes that are native to Asia. Although if you have to, you can get away with using just one or the other. The tigers will also want a certain amount of their habitat to be covered by those plants. To find out which plants to use and how many, select a tiger and go to the Environment tab.
Elephant ear, Africa, Asia.
Now, as you can see, some of the plants currently in the habitat aren't quite right for the tiger, like the wattle bushes. You can remove them if you want.
Okay,
You can find all of the plants you need in the nature section, and you can use the filters to only show the types of plants you want to see. In this case, that's plants from the rainforest or temperate biomes.
tax. Let's get rid of some of these. Where is the, No. Okay.
They say that good fences make good neighbors. I guess that's doubly true when one of the neighbors is a Bengal tiger. Still, those tigers
Apprenticeship,
look so
Isaac
happy
Tiger.
that I doubt they'd leave, even if you did poke a hole in their fence. Oh, but for heaven's sake, don't test that theory.
Right, let's head over to the Indian peafowls. I've been told that we need to improve their social welfare.
Okay. Where are they? Oh, they're right here.
Now then, just find one of the peafowls and select them to open their information panel. Then we can have a good gander at how they're doing. Although technically, I suppose gandering would just be for geese.
Alright.
Expand their social welfare and we can get a bit more detail.
Too few of the animals, huh?
Now, they've clearly got plenty of space and they're not stressed, but it looks like their social group isn't quite right. So let's find out more. Click on the social tab at the top of their information panel to see what's wrong.
Oh, this is it.
Right, as you can see, the peafowls need their population to be larger. To solve this little problem, you'll need to adopt 3 more female peafowls. Off you pop to the animal market then.
Okay, animal market. Where is the market at? Exhibit train. Animal train, there we go. Oh. Alright, select them all.
Good work on those peafowls. I expect they'll be delivered soon. But sadly, it sounds like our snow leopard is a bit grumpy. Let's head over there and see what's wrong with her.
Alright, the tigers are right there. Snow leopard B. Okay, wait. I have curiosity yet. Those are the grizzlies. Giraffes, okay.
Just like people, animals can suffer from stress if things aren't quite right. You know, like when you see someone put in the milk before the tea bag. In the case of these snow leopards, they're a bit stressed by their lack of privacy. You can lower their stress levels by swapping out the normal glass barrier by their cave for one-way glass. It's not a cheap option, but I think they're worth the expense, don't you? This will give the snow leopards somewhere to go when they want to get away from the prying eyes of the guests.
Okay, let's see here. Barriers. One-way glass. Oh, it's right here that I need to put it. Oh, okay. Okay, right here. Okay, it's right here. Okay.
Of course, when an animal isn't in its natural biome, it's probably going to be too hot or too cold. Unsurprisingly for the snow leopards, it's too hot. Even with the terrible British weather, you should help cool it down by adding some coolers to their habitat. But let's start by opening up the temperature heat map and having a look-see at the temperature in the leopard's habitat.
Oh, that's how you do it. Okay.
As you can see, we already have one cooler in there. Let's pop some more down and get as much of the habitat as chilly as we can. Luckily for us, this habitat already has power, but you'll need to make sure of that in the future. Just so you know, if any part of a habitat is powered, then the whole habitat will be powered. You can find heat maps for all sorts of helpful things, so do be sure to explore them and make good use of them. It'll take a little while for the temperature to adjust once you've added coolers or heaters, but now we've got the coolers in, we can address the leopard's terrain welfare. You see, what the leopards really want in here is snow and rock, so let's make that happen.
Okay. Alright, so... Oh, that's gone. There we go. Okay. Okay, silver, gold, okay. Swap, okay, increase terrain welfare to 100%. Okay, terrain. Grass lawn, okay, we need more okay, it's too little long grass. Okay, we need more rock, I guess. Barriers, terrain. The placement of some of these buttons is a little weird, but, oh well. Maybe some rock, too.
Well then, all of that should give you a pretty good understanding of how to make animals happy. So I'd like you to go and check on all the other animals in the zoo and fix up any issues with their habitats. That'll increase the average welfare of the animals across the whole zoo. And that average welfare is a very important statistic. Now, to quickly see how all your animals are doing in the zoo, you should go into zoo management and then into the animals section.
All species will start to become available in the animal market.
Not bad at all. I think it's fair to say that you've passed the first part of your training with flying colours. There's still lots more to learn, but we'll have to head to another one of Bernie's zoos for that. If you want to grab your passport, we'll head off, shall we?
Sounds like you've got the whole zoo purring away nicely. Well, purring, grunting, screaming, booming. All the appropriate noises. I guess I was right to hire you, huh? Don't tell her I told you, but Nancy wasn't sure you'd even last the morning. So, we're happy this is working out. And Nancy owes me a foxy coffee. As strange as it seems, considering we just met, when I look at you, I feel like you're the child I never had. After the one I did have, obviously. But you see, zookeeping's not for my daughter. Don't get me wrong. Emma absolutely loves animals, but she set her sights somewhat higher. Wants to save the entire planet. I'll just settle for saving a couple of species. And maybe having a type of frog named after me.
Okay. Let's see here. Prophet's period. Ooh, that's not good. Not anyone in this work zone. Every type of... Okay. Okay, I think we got what we need. So, let's just exit to main menu. Alright. Alright. The Madagascan Simian Conservation Project. Then why is there a orangutan here? There's something going on around here that just don't add up. Anywho. Excuse me, that was gross, I'm sorry. Time scenarios. There should be called bare necessities. Or would that cause a copyright problem? Also, oh wait, hold on. Is that camel watching me? Have you ever felt like you were being watched? What else could go wrong? Well, an orangutan Madagascar. That sounds weird as hell. There's already 9, so easy. Just for sake of time, I'm gonna set these to easy. Drinking the drinking bar. Alright, let's see.
To Madagascar. It's quite the change of scenery from dreary old England, huh? Apart from the weather, I suppose. They don't call these places rainforests for nothing. The zoo you'll be working in is an ape sanctuary, where we're doing vitally important conservation work. Not just for apes, but for all kinds of species. But apes, well, apes are some of the closest relatives to humans there are.
Because we are apes. We are great apes, which are part of the old world monkeys, which are part of simians, which are part of haplorine primates, which are when primates are part of. Okay, you get what I'm saying.
We can all leave some part of the world in a better state than we found it. We'd have lived lives worth living. And speaking of states, I have a horrible feeling I left the house in the right one. When I get back, I expect my life won't be worth living at all.
What do you think of Madagascar then? Bit warm for my taste, to be honest. Anyway, this is Bernie's Primate Sanctuary. It's not just primates though, we've got all sorts of animals. So why don't we go and have a look at some of them, eh? We'll start by taking a look at the red-ruffed lemurs. They're the ones that look like they should be in a Shakespeare play. Come on, let's head over to
Okay, like, I'm still getting a slowdown all this time, though. It's like, once if I get a bit closer in... Yeah, I feel like maybe I should get Opera GX or something. Anywho, where is that? Ah, there are the red ruffed lemurs. Out of curiosity...
Red ruffed lemurs
Okay.
are found in the rainforests of Masoala. That's in northeast Madagascar. They can actually live anywhere from 15 up to 25 years. Fancy that, eh? Okay, when you're ready, let's go find our Bornean orangutans.
Curiosity. Out of curiosity, I want to check these. Nobody's... Oh, wait, there they are. There are ring-toed lemurs here. We got... what? Oh, mandrills. Let's see here. Well, I'm getting... Okay, it's...
The Bornean orangutan is such a marvelous creature. They're always a big favourite at any zoo they feature in, and they're also the biggest tree-dwelling animal on the planet. Assuming you don't count any lions that got stuck up one. Oh, why don't you take a better look at them? Open up their information panel and go into the animal camera.
Hold on a moment. I need to get my... I need to check here. Okay, graphics. You know what? Lowest, because I can't stand that constant, like... I know it now looks like it has Nintendo's Arkham... I know it now looks like Arkham Knight Nintendo Switch, but... Jeez, it's still doing that slowdown. At least it's largely moving at 60 FPS, so it's not a huge loss. But okay, I'm going to change a few things, though. Let's see here. Okay, shadows. Shadows, let's make those medium. Just so... There we go. Looks a little better now.
Aren't they just incredible? When you're ready, let's go and have a look-see at some of our beautiful bonobos. They're quite the characters. Oh dear! It looks like we've arrived just in time. One of the habitat's barriers has collapsed. And wouldn't you know it, one of the bonobos has made a run for it. We'll need to catch them. But before we do, we should box up the other bonobos to stop them escaping too. Select the habitat boundary to bring up the habitat information panel. Good. Now open the animals tab.
Already have.
And click on Box All Animals to box up the remaining bonobos.
Okay, box up, box up, box up. Oh, there it is.
Now, we'll need a vet to recapture that escaped bonobo, but it seems our last one left to do some research in the wild. Not an ideal situation. So, we'll need to hire a replacement, sharpish. Go into the zoo section and then into the staff management area. You can find all of your staff in here, but there's no time to go looking at their particulars at the moment. Hire a vet.
Okay.
Now, click on one of the paths to place the vet in your zoo.
Alright, now what?
Okay, that's a relief. So while the vet deals with our bonobo friend, let's go fix up their habitat so they can't escape again. Head back over there.
Alright, let's see here. Yep, that's a collapsed fence, alright.
As you can see, the barrier's collapsed. Someone's taken their eye off the ball, obviously. Let's get this one replaced. Select the barrier and then we'll edit it. Delete the broken section of barrier and replace it with a brand spanking new one.
Okay, 7. Okay. I can't. Undo. There we go. And delete.
Good.
There we go.
Now that we've done that, we need to make sure to add climb-proof barriers to the top. That way the bonobos won't be able to climb out. Just make sure you've got the correct piece of barrier selected when you do that.
What the? Where'd it go?
Okay, so go into the options section and select which side the climb-proof barrier needs to go on. And don't get it wrong. We're more worried about bonobos climbing out than guests climbing in.
Oh, uh-oh.
Nicely done. And I think
That's better.
Unbox those bonobos, wouldn't you say? The poor mites will get sad if we leave them in there for too long. Select the habitat barrier to bring up the habitat information panel again.
There we go. Alright, Bonobos, crisis averted. And yes, I pronounce it as bonobo, like it is in something like Canada or such, not bonobo. I pronounce it as bonobo.
The zoo's mechanics did too. We'll need to hire a couple of new ones so we can help stop any more breakouts. You see, mechanics do all sorts of helpful things around the zoo, but one of their most important jobs is taking care of the habitat barriers. Without mechanics around to repair them, the barriers will crack, crumble and fall down. And before you know it, we'll be overrun with escaped animals. Go into the zoo section.
Alright.
Then into the staff management.
Why not call them engineers? I'm engineering my fucking limits! Anywho.
Gosh, we have been busy, haven't we? Good work there. I'm off for a cuppa. Oh, I think Bernie wants a word with you.
Okay.
Oh, I hear you had a bit of an issue with an escaped bonobo. The main thing is that you dealt with it swiftly, and more importantly, without the animal stealing someone's clothes, putting them on, and then walking out of the front gate.
Now, you've probably noticed that there's already a building where I want you to build the research centre. Don't worry. You see, the building that's currently there is actually a hollow shell. So we're able to place our new building inside of it.
Okay.
If you
Let me...
select the research centre for placement and then hover over the shell, you'll see that it asks if you want to add the research centre to the existing building.
A little small for a research center. A little small for a research center, but okay.
Okay, click to add it to the building. Oh, but that won't place it in just yet, though. First, we'll need to rotate our research centre so it automatically connects to the path when we place it. Right, splendid work. Now that we have a brand spanking new research centre, we can give our vets something to do in there. Oh, by the way, it's worth noting that the vets will only do research when they're not required to do any other jobs. That said, you can change what jobs a vet does via their information panel. But let's not worry about that just now. So, let's get our vet researching ring-tailed lemurs. Go into the zoo section and select vet research.
That research.
Here, you can see a list of all the animals present in your zoo, and also all of the potential diseases that can occur. Now, drag and drop your vet onto the ring-tailed lemur to start their research.
Alright.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure we've got any education boards or speakers by the lemur's habitat. Let's head over there and add some, so our guests can learn all about the furry little delights.
Okay. Oh, to the ringtails. Away!
First off, let's pop down 2 education boards. Place them on the habitat barriers at a height that guests can see, or, if you like, pop them down on a stand.
Nope, not there. Oh. That looks really stupid.
Okay, now that they've been put into position, we have to tell them...
Yeah, they can just walk all over.
Seriously. Select one of the education boards to bring up its information panel.
There we go.
And from the drop-down list, select ring-tailed lemur. Although I'm sure that last part was obvious.
Alright.
When you link an education board or a speaker to an animal, you need to make sure that said animal is close by. If it isn't, the guests will get confused and won't learn as much. Okay, now that we've done the education boards, let's pop down a pair of speakers. Speakers play audio to the guests, so they can learn while they look.
I honestly think I'll probably do most of the creation of the Glenberry Zoo off stream, but I'll save its big reveal for one single stream. I think it sounds a lot better, yeah.
If you do, the guests won't be able to understand what's being said.
Now there's a bunch of other games I want to stream as well this year, so yeah. Alright, let's see here. Speakers,
Now we simply need to link the speakers to the ring-tailed lemurs, just like you did with the education boards. Fantastic! Oh, it's worth remembering that education boards and speakers both need power to work. They won't do much good without it. Ooh, it looks as though our vet has completed their research on ring-tailed lemurs. We'll need to collect the results. We can do that by clicking on the notification or by going back into the vet research area. Go on, collect your research rewards. Just so you know, vets will continue to research an animal even after successfully completing a research level. I suppose when you're in the zone, you're in the zone. Well, now that we've enriched the lives of our guests, let's enrich the lives of our ring-tailed lemurs. Some animals, like lemurs, will have a climbing need. That means they have a requirement for a certain amount of climbing space, and you can fulfill that requirement by building them a climbing frame. Let's find out how much more climbing space our lemur friends need, shall we? Select one of them and bring up their information panel.
alright. Alright.
Next, click on the Terrain tab.
Ah, there we are. Need some more sand.
Now, as you can see, the lemurs need quite a lot more climbing space. But as it happens, I've already got a climbing frame blueprint built for you. So you can either pop that down or build one yourself from scratch. By the way, it's not always just climbing needs that you have to worry about. Other animals might need a certain amount of water in their habitat so they can go for a swim. They certainly do keep us on our toes.
Alright. And it doesn't have to be perfect.
Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's see here. Set ringtail food quality to grade 2. Food quality. Food quality to grade 2. Okay, let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, I might need you to repeat this for me.
Oh, that's a great climbing frame for them. They're going to absolutely love it. Do you know what would make them even happier, though? Nicer food. But that's true of all of us, though, isn't it? You can unlock better quality food for animals through research. Luckily, we've already unlocked some for the lemurs, so all that remains is to make sure they get served it from now on. Let's bring up the habitat information panel by selecting the lemur habitat.
Selecting the lemur habitat. Lemur habitat, okay. No, no, lemur habitat. Select lemur habitat. Lemur habitat. Lemur habitat. How am I going to do this? Or I'm not sure if I'll, like, Of course, Paleo Park's still going to utilize Zoo Tycoon 2, but it might utilize a bit of both this game and Prehistoric Kingdom as well. We'll just have to wait and see. Okay, select the lemur habitat.
Lovely. Now
There we
select
go.
the Animals tab. There we go. As you can see, we can set the food quality in here. Just click on the drop-down menu and select Grade 2 Food Quality.
Ah, there we go.
Grade 2 Food Quality. My mouth's already watering. So, a new climbing frame and better food. Oh, you've really spoilt those
I'm
leaves.
feeling better about Paleo Park since it's been about a month since I've done the last episode. But, again, like,
Releasing animals
I'm still experimenting with Gmod about how, like, I'm thinking about making Paleo Park less Team Neighborhood and more SMG4 in terms of the animation style, or machinima style, so to speak. That way I can get the episodes out more easily without it draining me mentally.
An animal that's a juvenile, just as we can't release
If you don't know what I mean, just go check out an SMG4 video nowadays. Like, it's not always lip syncing and such, it's just basic movements of the characters.
So the best candidates
But-
will have a high fertility gene.
But it'll still have, like, that Prehistoric Park type feel, so to speak.
How many conservation credits will be rewarded when we release them? Now, conservation credits are vitally important. They're the lifeblood of your zoo, because earning them allows you to adopt even more animals. And what's more, the animals you can adopt will be of a higher quality. So, with that in mind, let's pop over to our orangutan habitat. Okay, I'd like you to find Ageng, the Bornean orangutan in the habitat, and select him, please. You can either click through each orangutan in turn, or select the habitat barrier, go to the animals
Luca,
tab in the habitat
Ling
information
Tang.
panel, and find him in the animals list.
It's not really the money aspect entirely. It's more of the time aspect, because I wanted to get those up. Originally, I wanted to get each episode of Paleo Park out once a month, but doing it Team Neighborhood style was just not possible. But SMG4 style might work. But I'll get back into swing things with Paleo Park beginning in around March. February is going to be occupied with another one-shot plush video, Inky Hair. Like, I'll hopefully get Inky Hair out by sometime in February, and if sometimes left over in February, I might even do another plush video. But that's it. But that's really pushing it, you know. Think of it like that. Anywho, are you? You're Agung. Is your name Agung? Is your name Squidward? That's okay. Take your time.
I know it's sad to see him go, but he'll be happy out in the wild. And he's a wonderful candidate for release. Young, strong, and fertile. Excellent work there. You've definitely got potential, you know.
Now we're gonna go for gold.
I see you've been doing some homework. Although, it hardly seems like work when you're learning about something as adorable as a ring-tailed lemur. I imagine I'd have got much better grades at school if there'd been less algebra and more algebra. Tortoises.
I mean, algebra is not the hardest in the world. It's the layer stuff you have to deal with. Though I remember in my senior year of high school, like, I didn't really have a math class at all. It was more of just like
But now it's time to learn all about
statistics.
exhibit animals. Let's build a brand new exhibit. I've marked an area for our new exhibit. How about we head over there?
Right here.
Lovely. Now let's build a new exhibit in the gap that's been left. Just add it to the building like we did with the research center earlier. Then pop it into the gap.
New exhibit. How does this work? Okay. Here it is. Let's just place it right in. Oh. What the?
Perfect. The next thing to do is adopt an exhibit animal to go in there. How about a Gila monster? Open up the exhibit trading section and adopt one.
There we go.
When you send an animal to an exhibit, it'll automatically be given the correct setup. But that doesn't mean it's completely ready for them. So let's finish it off. We'll start by adding some enrichment items. Click on the exhibit to bring up its information panel.
Okay.
Good. Now click on the Layout tab. As I'm sure you know by now, you can unlock more enrichment levels by having one of your vets do some research. Now we'll also need to set the temperature and humidity in the exhibit. These are vitally important for keeping our Gila monster happy and comfortable. Click on the Climate tab. Here you can see the Gila monster's desired temperature and humidity. You can change both of these by adjusting the dials below. Make sure it's going to be nice and cozy.
Alright, there we go.
That's the ticket. And the last thing we need to look at is setting up the different windows. So click on the Windows tab.
There we go.
There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
Okay. Okay, this looks better, but first I need to rotate it. Sorry, Ploppasaur right in front of you guys. Oh, right, that reminds me. I did. Looks too high. How about that? No, take your time. Okay. Blah, blah. Hold on.
There's also an exhibit education board. Pop them down near your exhibits to teach your guests about them. Let's add one now.
Okay. Alright, exhibit education board. Oh, that's why. Exhibit education board. There we go. That's what I was missing. now, just click that. There we go.
Lovely stuff. Now our guests can learn all about our venomous friend here. Right, now, I've got a bit of a big job for you. I need you to increase the number of species in the zoo. You'll probably want to adopt both habitat and exhibit animals to do so, which will mean building plenty of new habitats and exhibits for them. Go on, off you pop. I'll check in with you when you're almost done.
Okay, let's see here. That's how people enter, it seems. Okay, so let's see. How many species do we have here? Okay, hold on a second. Okay. 1, 2... Okay, so we have... Okay, so let me count this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... Okay, we just need 3 more. That shouldn't be too hard. What exhibit's that? I don't get it. Okay. Alright, these... Okay, so we just need... Oh, the Baird's tapir, giant western chimpanzee. Okay. Uh-oh. Let me just add this in here. Uh-oh, Oh, shit, Pause. Ah, jeez. I can't... There we go. First of all... There we go. Second of all, I can't see. Please don't tell me the walls are going to collapse randomly. There we go. I know... What? I can't... Get it. Zoom in. Okay, I'm at, What the hell? The exhibit has been fixed. Maybe I could put them in here. Okay, no, I am not doing that. I want that disaster to happen. Seriously though, why can't I... Alright, let's fix this. Okay. I know that. I'm trying to... Oh god, no. I am trying to fix it! Okay, let's see here. There we go. Now, with that handled, giant land snail. Okay, let's just, okay, barriers, gates, barriers, all. Oh, hold on, how do I... Editing habitat, exhibits. Facilities and more. Okay, there we go. Obstructed. Oh, ready to leave. What's this? Okay. Alright, let's move him back to here. Okay, this seems like a good spot to put an exhibit. Let's see here. Barriers, habitat. Okay, Ah. Here, oh, that's where I'm supposed to put him. Okay. I am an apple tree. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Da 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 da. And I'm full of leaves. Da 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 da. I'm sorry. What the hell was I doing? Okay, let's get to building a path or construction. How do I build a path? Oh, there we are. There we go. Okay, this handles building paths way better than Prehistoric Kingdom because they're just it automatically snaps the path into place. Bravo! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Anywho. Okay, let's see here. Empty, no power. How do I power this damn thing? Blueprints. Okay. 1, 2. Come on. Why can't I... No power, no power. Okay, how do I power it then? Good thing... Okay, so... Power. Exhibits. Editing exhibits. Exhibits. Power. Null barriers. Incomplete. Exhibits. Setting up exhibits. Okay, power. Oh, there it is. Solar panels? Yes, please. Wind. Empty. Okay. Well, let's put some exhibit animals in. There we go. Okay. Like, it's almost 10, so we'll probably end the stream once we get this tutorial completed, but I'm already feeling pretty good about this. Aside from, like, the laggy of performance, which might be due to me using Firefox instead of something like Opera GX. I don't know. I feel pretty confident about building the Glenberry Zoo in this. Because I do plan for the Glenberry Zoo to have a bit of a major role in this upcoming plush series of mine that either be out in, like, late 2024 or early 2025. Alright, exhibit. Severe welfare issues. Humidity. Humidity is too high. Let's fix it then. Alright. Okay. Enrichment features, okay. Alright. Alright. That looks good so far. Alright, now let's go to zoo. Nice. 1 down, 2 to go. Baird's tapir and western chimpanzee. Okay, whatever. I mean, don't do it. And I know it's really something, but please don't. I don't want to know the lawsuits. Alright, time for a dividing wall. Wait a minute. We can't have him climbing out. So, this will be for the chimps. Alright. Alright, now let's go to paths here. Paths. Oh, we got some vertical pathways, huh? Okay. One second. Oh, okay. No. Don't want. I don't want to. Nope. Okay, I can't get... How do I clear stuff out? Oh my god. I don't have time for that, okay? Look, I gotta keep it... Have the mechanic figure it out, okay? Shut up. Ooh, shuts up. Okay, where's the bulldozer tool at? Ah, here we are. What the... Okay, first of all, let's shrink this down a little bit. Jeez. Oh, paths. Oh, nope. Let's fix that up. Oh, nope. I like how I'm just like... they're like... It's almost like they're screaming for help. But anywho. Okay. Alright, let's just, Whoa, whoa. Whoa, hold on a moment. Let's go to terrain. Okay, this scenario disables that, unfortunately, but... Okay, so... Oh, nope. Okay, I used to have African land snail, but they died. Sorry to hear that. Um... Hmm. Alright, so... let's see here. There we go. Now if we just go this way, like so. That's better. What? No! Alright, now we just gotta add an extra staff gate to it. This will be the chimpanzee enclosure, so this on the other hand will be the tapir enclosure, so... okay, come on. Oops, oh, nope, not that. There we go. Alright, there we go. Now we just need to get these paths in here. Oh, they could easily climb out of there. Nope. Alright, careful. Nope. Nope. This is a little more tricky. This is trickier than expected. Oh, I know. What the? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Nope. There we go. I'm always figuring things out myself, so I might not need these tutorials in the future, but hey, it's for the first stream, it won't hurt. There we go. Now we're making improvements already. Alright, now let's just get... there we go. on a second. Why is there a... Second, what the... No, no, no. Undo that. There we go. That's better. Look, there's nothing I can do about that, okay? You went... Fine. No power. Okay, too bad. It's gotta stay. Okay, Look, there's nothing I can do about that, okay? Okay. Firstly... Continent... Oh, Africa. Okay, there we go. This is for chimpanzees. Wait a minute, there we go. Okay, is there a way I can change the weather? This looks... I mean, the rain looks great, don't get me wrong, but... And hello, yeah, 61483, but... I'm trying to see here... Ooh, leaf litter. But, anywho, melon feeder. Tree forager. Okay. Alright, rocks. I'm gonna rock. Again, I'm just slapping them here just so we can get this tutorial over with, since it's already after 10. So once this tutorial ends on the stream, but yeah, I'm really happy with how this is going so far. No, not like the look at the zoo, but like the stream itself. You know, just so I can yeah. Anywho. Now for the tapers. Wait, toys, the gyro, sprinkler. Open drum. Rubber duck. Rubbers. I see. Yeah. And this too, because why not? Now, what the hell? Bonobo. Though Vez not attended the lab. Okay, well, let's send one there. Okay, yes, there. Thank you, okay. A long time. Okay, I am trying, okay. Alright, bonobos. Okay, let's see here. Now before we put the look, I'll deal with that later, okay? I want to finish this up so I can start working on the Glenberry Zoo in sandbox mode sometime tomorrow, okay? Come on. I ignore. God, this is a nightmare. Hey, the rain stopped. Anywho, taper. Baird's taper. Rubber duck. 2, because why not? Make it 3. It's a rubber duck after all. Anywho, scratching post or something like that. Rubbing pillar. Alright. Now let's just go to here. Central South America. There we go. There's some trees. Ooh, these are big. Just what we need. Okay. Now let's see what else we need. Okay. Food and water, yeah. Let's see here. This would work well for water pipe or going down, all the way down. Come on. Western chimpanzee, yeah. One of these. Baird's taper too? Yeah. Okay. Western chimpanzee. Okay. Okay, one of these. Okay, now for some enrichment. Oh, shelters, yes. Animal burrow. Species. Content pack. No, I need species. Like, there we go. That should do it. Animal trading. Okay, so excuse me. Western chimpanzee. $3 since the last vet visit? I don't know. What? Look, I'm still trying to figure it out, okay? Okay. So now let's go to here. Okay, let's get... One, two, three, four. There we go. Let's go out to here. If I need one more hippo, I can give you one more damn hippo. Look, I already have enough chimps already. Okay, let's see here. I really don't care about how much the wind turbine's affecting us, okay? It can't be that bad. Alright, what the? Okay, well, let's see. Terrain. Navigable climbing area. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Okay. Climbing area. Okay, climbable, huh? You want something climbable? I can give you something climbable. What's going on? Well, I don't know what's going on there, okay? Space. Crowding issues are present. How big does it need to be? Too few adults and juveniles. Okay then. Oh, are you kidding me? What? But they had the... Of course it was too low. You know what? I think I'm just going to end the stream out here because it's already after 10 o'clock. And I already have the hang of this. It's just, the terrain is just, it would take too long to just modify the terrain. And it's already after 10 o'clock. It's almost 10:30. So I'm going to end out the stream here. I know we didn't complete the tutorial, but I think we'll be fine the way we are. So, thank you all so much for watching. I'm not going to do like a Plant Zoo stream every 2 weeks or something like that. I think I'll instead do the Glenberry Zoo stuff in secret or like offline and stream on some Discord server or whatever. But like in terms of YouTube and such, like I'm already planning to stream either Lethal Company or Indigistar next weekend, either one of the two, and then the other game the week after. If I change my mind on Pal World, I might stream it on a Friday or Sunday of next week or the week after. But for now, that's the plan. If you checked my YouTube comments and such, yeah, it's okay, Mr. Wanapong. It's fine. It's just because I'm still new to the construction of this game, but I'll get used to. I feel like I'll get used to it after like trial and error and that kind of stuff. So that'll be it for now. I will largely build the Glenberry Zoo off stream instead, but I will make a special stream dedicated to it upon its completion. Like, I'll work on the Glenberry Zoo throughout the year. That's what I'll do. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.